Okay, so here's the thing about double stick in the UMAA philosophy. What it does is it introduces you to various concepts. One concept is what we call the universality of motion, but then also what it introduces you to is the idea of being patient with yourself, because a lot of times your left hand, it moves in a way that you think this is not belong to me at all. Right, so, and also what it introduces you to, the double stick is the idea of the thing, and then the opposite but complement of the thing, right? So, in other words, here's what I mean. Quite simply, we have strikes that go inward with the right hand and the left hand, and then we have strikes that go backhand again with the left hand and the right hand. So that's an idea of the thing, which is the direction, and its opposite. We have inward and we have backhand. We have strikes that hit inward on the high line and hit inward on the low line, both with the right hand and with the left hand. And then conversely, we have high backhand strikes and low backhand strikes, high backhand strikes and low backhand strikes. Then we can take I talked to you about the body position stuff. So then we have drills where we are stationary and we just pivot or rotate, right? We use what we call the torsi element. So we have drills where we do that, and then we have drills where we start to move around. We also have drills where we might be in the standing position, in the squatting position, then we go all the way down to the kneeling position, we go to the sitting position, and we go to the lying position, and we do all of those while still maneuvering with the double stick. Okay? So it can be an extensive area of training or of practice. And since we're in trying times where pretty much all we can do is solo training, this will come in handy. So let's start at, let's call this the most basic. So this is a stationary drill with rotation and focusing on just one direction. So there are two ways of looking at this. In the old days, we were taught a drill called cob or pi, which looked like this. It went inward, and then middle line inward, and then low line inward. So it was a 6-count drill that was based on 2 motions. Some people said that because you would tuck the elbows in, that it was training you to uppercut and what have you. I guess it could be a lot of things, but you could let the elbow drift out also if you want, right? So we have high line for 2, middle line for 2, and low line for 2. So that's, we could call that 1 count, right? Because it's count 1 and count 1 here. So then we jump to the 2 count, or we could call that 2 count drill, right? 1 from the left, 1 from the right. Then we go to the 4 count drill. So if we do 4 count from the open position, that means that we go 2 times with the right hand, and we go 2 times with the left hand. So that would be inward and backhand, inward and backhand. Now we start to look at levels. Most people, and I'm going to skip it today too also, most people just do the high line and the low line, and they forget the middle line. We don't forget the middle line at UMAA, but for simplicity's sake today, so that instead of showing you 64 possibilities, or even showing you, and the last time that I calculated this, I did it incorrectly, so let me try to get it correct now. 27 times 20 is 540, correct, Ben?
Yes, I believe
27 times 20 is 540? Yes, okay. Yeah. And then 7 times 27 is what, 189?
Yeah, I believe so.
Right? Wouldn't it be? Let's see, 27, 7 sevens are 49 sevens and 189. So 189 and 520 is what, 709?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's actually 709 possibilities, right? We should edit this, remind me, right? So essentially, there are 64 possibilities. I'm not going to show you all 64 today when we deal with inward and backhand and high and low. When we add middle inward and middle backhand, it jumps exponentially from 64 basics to over 700 basics, like 729 basics. We're not going to do all of those. Okay, let's get to the open series.